like lots of people, for various reasons, we've been waiting for announcements about borders and whether restrictions would be eased, and we've been working towards how we might produce a pantomime and can we still go ahead. Of course, there was a real effort because we want to make sure, not only for the Manx community, that we've got a pantomime, but also to wave our flag a bit and say, you know, we're able to do this. Not everyone in the British Isles, unfortunately, will be able to go to a pantomime this year. So we're really glad that we're able to do this year.
So the big change, it's going to be the same production company, but it's going to be an all-local cast. So how's the audition process going to be working? Is it all going to be done virtually?
Yes, we're all very used to Zoom and things now, aren't we? James, who is the producer, is only over in Liverpool. Not that makes much difference, but he's already been working like this for quite a while because, of course, they're in much stricter lockdown and restrictions than we are, and he's got more than one pantomime. Sean Productions are producing a few pantomimes this Christmas, so he's quite used to having to do this remotely, knows how they're going to work it. He always wants to work with local cast and crew as much as possible. Last year was his first year, so on the Isle of Man anyway, so they've just been making those contacts, but he's more than happy to have as many local people involved as possible, and he'd really like to hear from people.
What about in terms of props and things like that? Are they all still coming from across?
No. So that's partly the reason why the pantomime has changed. So it was Snow White. It's going to be Sleeping Beauty, and the reason it's going to be Sleeping Beauty now is because it takes a lot less logistically. So it doesn't need as many effects. It doesn't need as many props. It's all going to be managed much more easily. Obviously, anything we can find on Ireland is going to be brilliant. There might be things that Sean Productions need to send over, but it's beneficial for everyone if we can do it on Ireland as much as possible.
So how much of a challenge is it to change the production so late on?
For James and for Sean Productions, they've got, because that's their job. So Sean Productions do pantomime above anything else. So they have a stable of pantomimes ready, if you like. They know the costumes they need and the set and the music and all of that. That's all ready to go. So while obviously backtracking and changing plans requires a bit of effort and a bit of management, it's not like they're having to start completely from scratch. Sleeping Beauty is ready to go and recast. And a lot of pantomimes have very similar characters. So we all are used to seeing a dame. There's normally a Buttons type funny character. There's always a princess. There's usually some sort of prince. So it's quite transferable.